So since we're still waiting on China Post to deliver our last few parts for this ROV, figured we would reduce some drag, and we're going to take this motor and work around this wire right here, but we're going to take a 20 ounce and create ourselves a cowling to go over there, which will leave us probably a 1/2 inch space, probably a little bit bigger in here, and hopefully we won't suck any fish in there when we're driving this thing around. But the hard part is going to be how we're going to mold around this wire, because obviously we can't move that anywhere it's attached to that motor. So for our engine nose cones, which I thought would be a decent idea, cut down some drag. Took a 2-liter bottle and some air dry clay to make a mold. Straighten that up a little bit once it's thoroughly dry. So we have our form for the motor caps. This one turned out halfway decent. I coated it with polyurethane, and now we're going to tape it off. I'm not so much worried about what the inside looks like as far as being smooth. I'm more concerned about what the outside is going to be. And then we wrapped it in masking tape, and if anybody has ever worked with fiberglass and resin knows that it won't adhere to the tape, and this line here, which is where our power line comes into that motor, we'll be able to stop at this point here, and then we'll Dremel that. And this is actually what we're heading toward doing. This is actually a cowling off of a 2-horse RC plane that I'm working on. I think it's the bottom actually. It's a strut that goes in here. This covers the bottom of the motor, and then there's actually another one that goes on top. So that's what we're going for in effect for a nose cone. So here are the nose cones, and they're just about dry from fiberglassing, and we'll have to do a little bit of sanding on these areas where the motor wires go into the motor, but these will then have small bolts to hold them on, and they're hollow.